I'm practicing being uncomfortable with the silence at the beginning because I have zero interest to impress anyone. And I pressed record without even having the intention of knowing what will be as a message channeled. Let's see. That's what I love about my favorite spiritual teacher, and that's Eckhart Tolle. I probably didn't pronounce it well, but never mind, we all know who's the man. And I was from the beginning impressed with him being comfortable at the stage with pause. He would channel, speak, and then he will just go quiet. And that's okay. We live in a world where everyone is trying to be perfect, shiny, glittery. Let me tell you something. People are sick and tired of perfection, of false, shiny objects. And majority and most of them are false. No one said that spirituality and awareness and higher state of consciousness don't include abundance and wealth. That's quite the opposite. The higher you expand, the more and more you're comfortable with pleasant living circumstances for you and for your loved ones. It just becomes natural for you as you rise on the scale of consciousness. Why? You are no longer putting anything on a pedestal. And as I said, you are no longer misunderstanding your sources of your supply. Because even though you might think that your boss or your job or your business or your product or your service is your source of supply, no, it isn't. Everything that I mentioned are just God's channels of your supply, because He can cancel you in any second, either through you exiting this physical realm or simply, I don't know, injuries, whatnot can be happening in the physical reality. So please never misunderstand your sources of your supply with normies, with human beings. Everything that's as a perfect symphony and perfect song and harmony happening to every single one of us on a day-to-day basis, it's just like some God's program for every single one of us, literally. On what your specific programming depends? Well, on your state of mind. It depends on your state of your mind. Why? Because as I said, and as many scientists, because many can come here and be like, what does she knows? She haven't even, I have, but hardly finished high school. Back then, and my mom took care about the fact to make me feel guilty and less worthy about that fact until I understood why I had that rebellion approach to societal conditioning, even through the school, I'm not saying that you should all quit your school and far away from that. I have deeply respect for people who knew how to suspend their stomach and proceed, and especially for people who are like my doctor, God bless his soul and his family, and may the God protect them through eternities. Man who saved my life twice and taught me how to train myself to abandon the masculine state of being, hustle and grinding, and he trained me literally through that time, and it was a long time. It's years are involved through my healing and through surgeries and everything before and everything during and everything after. He literally trained me how to step more into my feminine nature and to be more comfortable with the receivership. Everything. I never knew how to be comfortable with receiving, because that was completely unnatural for me, because I come from a background where I had to hustle and grind for everything. And the saddest part is that I thought that I should also earn love, attention, that who will love me, because I don't even have a degree, I don't have a regular job, what about pension? Who will take care of me when I grow older? I mean, guys, I watched some, I don't know, he's a stand-up comedian, and he is a little older than me, and he especially was making fun of that subject. Who will take care of you, because he is still childless, and he said how he has a friend, female friend, who has, I don't know, 4 or 5 children. And she said, I mean, it was a conversation between them that he now interprets on stage, but it's funny how he said, and that was something of their private encounters. And she told him, I mean, it's funny because she wanted to comfort him, but it turned out hilarious. She told him, please don't be concerned, don't worry. Out of my 5, 3 weren't even worthy of bothering, weren't even worthy of effort. I mean, it's hilarious, but it's, of course, that was a joke, and every single soul is worthy by the fact that it is here. But having children doesn't guarantee you that they'll be around you at your old age. Many, I don't know, will, as I know many people whose children went and made their own families in other distant countries. And please, as Les Brown, who I adore, would say, life will get you from a blind side. Nothing is guaranteed. And the more you learn how to be in a protective suit of armor, how to train yourself to be shock absorber, the more easier you will navigate through this journey, because no one ever said that it will be a smooth sailing, that the ocean and the sea will be every day sunshine, rainbows, and flat, no waves situation. No one said that. And it would be boring. I think that it would be even boring that everything is always as we planned it to be. The beauty of this entire life is that you become more and more confident as you more and more train yourself how to remain calm, how to down-regulate yourself, how to don't immediately fall into a trap of fight or flight and primal state of being, animal state of being, by, as I said, the moment you notice that you are no longer reacting to certain people, situation, and events as you used to, that's the moment that you are on the verge of winning in this game of life. That means that something inside you has shifted, that your perspective has shifted, and everything in this life is a perspective. Meaning, I'm not here, and I said, I might not have a college degree. I might not be the one who went on that non-path of stable 9 to 5 pension and exit. For more than 4 decades, through those who were doing their best, unfortunately, many of them are from my inner circle, who made sure that I amplify with those feelings of guilt, shame, and from time to time pondering, maybe I'm really a person who lost my mind and is crazy because I quick reminder, it's easier now. More and more young people are figuring how the game of life works and are following their passion. That's why when we were growing up, we were often slammed for taking too many hours in video games, because that's a waste of time. Really? Really? How many children, young children, are literally multi-millionaires of what? Playing video games. So now it's easier, but back then when I decided to take that unknown path, completely unaware and not knowing how life will take care of me, guess what? It always did. But why? Because I always deep down inside knew that the only and real power that stands behind me is God, that He is source of all my supplies for me and my loved ones. One of the great, not affirmations, but form of prayers is, God, I lay my life at your feet to do with me and to do through me as you will. Practically, you need nothing more. When you allow God to work through you, you don't need stupid things that people are bothered with, like connections, who knows whom, horse trade, wanna be seen type of bullshit. No, you know, as Wayne Dyer would say, if you could only knew who's walking beside you 24/7 on this path that you have chosen, you would never feel fear or doubt again. You could never feel fear or doubt again, because you know who is your real bodyguard. Mine, fortunately, was from the... Fortunately, as yours is, as everyone's is, but I had that knowing and awareness that, trust me, now, from this perspective, I wonder how I was so brave and how could I overcome and have that certainty and faith in the uncertain and in the unknown. That's the magic. People are so holding like a crazy onto security. uncertainty, but in wrong places. Job, possessions, material things. Don't do that, because as soon as the true definition of happiness comes only from pure joy. Because if your happiness is attached or tied to anything that is material, you're fucked up. Because anything, I don't know, you can lose it. You can lose it this way or another. I don't want you to lose it, but it might happen. Joy is simply joy of being, lightness of being. There is even a saying, Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. So meaning your awareness of your existence and you being conscious about that, about your existence and existence of everything that you appreciate, immediately should put you in alignment of the state of bliss. That's how it works. No need to explain why you are joyful. You simply are. And that's the alignment. That's the true definition of quantum jumping, quantum manifestation, quantum leap into new identity, stepping into your power, your all, your purpose, all that about we witness people speak about more than ever. Most of them are trying to get there from a wrong approach. Again, hustling and grinding towards that. I watched yesterday awesome, beautiful young woman. She's here. Her name is Saba Ali. Awesome, awesome young woman. I think that she's in her 20s. Where she said that at the verge of the doing the most, meaning, I don't know, routines, journalings, everything, nothing was changing, and she even lost some of her clients and noticed that her instead of improving, it was slightly declining, but she was wondering why. She even thought that she would give up. And fortunately for all of those who love her, she didn't, and then she blew up and expanded more than ever. As I said, your urge to quit and to give up, as in any race, will be one step before the finish. Don't do that. Consciousness is God's gift to you. What you will do with it is your gift to God. In my country, we have saying, everything was given to us, but everything is not beneficial for us. Meaning, nobody says that you shouldn't, if you like, enjoy occasionally in a good glass of wine. Nobody didn't say that you shouldn't occasionally, if you prefer and like, enjoying good cigar. Nobody didn't say that you shouldn't and wouldn't from time to time enjoy some junk food. I don't know, pizza, something sweet, this or that, desserts, chocolates, ice cream, from time to time, but always being aware what you're putting inside you and in your head. That's the root and beauty of that saying in my country. Everything is given to you, but not everything is beneficial for you. So that's not the same as drinking like crazy, smoking like crazy, eating like crazy, partying like crazy. That's completely unaware state of being, and that leads to the disaster. So please, life is working for you behind your scenes, behind the curtains. Just relax, even if it doesn't seem like it is. That's where you are becoming the most precious jewelry. because you didn't give up. So if you're now in a challenging situation, congratulations, that's just your preparation for all the blessings that life has in store for you. But don't fall into the trap of thinking that, oh my God, I don't know, if you're losing people currently in your life, maybe some old friends, that doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong and that you are maybe on a wrong path. No, that just means that new version of yourself and new version of you requires new people and new environment, possibly, and completely new circumstances. Most of them who left you before your breakthrough will come later and say how they knew that you were something and that you will make it. No, those who were there for you when it costs them something are the ones you should bring with you when you really start to celebrate and enjoy in fruits, because every single one of us comes here and is literally, before even we are conceived, what seed. You, I, and every single soul on this planet was at the beginning seed. What is that telling to you? God made you as a seed, and He is observing what you're doing with your seed, how you are treating your seed, whether or not you put your seed, meaning set your intention, whatever it is that you try to achieve in this beautiful journey, and whether or not you go after a few days to dig your seed and to speak to seed negatively, to criticize the seed. You see, you are incapable. You do nothing as you should do it. You are stupid. You are... Sorry, guys. My grandma is calling. I'll talk to you later.